Real estate sales commissions. Is it important? Is it not important? Well, it's sure got important in the USA all of a sudden, like big time. And in Canada, there's a class action lawsuit basically against every major real estate board in Canada about real estate commissions. So is it BS? Is it unimportant? Is it really important? Is it which side? Who's right? Who's wrong? Let's break it down. We're really simple about this. Every real estate transaction in Canada done through a real estate brokerage, done through realtors, there's commissions. Now, the commissions are all over the place. There's all kinds of discount commission operations. There's full commission operations. It's all over the place. But by and large, with the exception of FSBO, for sale by owner, trying to sell your house yourself, which is possible, but majority of transactions have to do with a real estate agent. And in the United States, same thing. Majority of transactions, real estate agent. It's interesting, over the years, all kinds of digital entities have tried to come in and displace real estate agents, completely unsuccessfully. Billions lost in the United States, hundreds of millions lost here in Canada. Just doesn't work. So why is the dominance of commission real estate work so impressively, okay? And why is there these lawsuits going on in Canada? The lawsuits in the States, they've won. They've won against the boards, okay? So everybody pay, vast majority, almost every single real estate transaction in Canada involves a commission being paid. The buyers pay zero. The sellers pay anything from very little, a few $100, all the way up to 5% of the value of the property, the sale price of the property. So what's this about? Why is it unfair? Is it fair? How come they won in the States? It's like this. The buyer doesn't pay anything, and yet the real estate agent who represents the buyer, collects a commission. Okay, he collects a share of the selling agent's commission. Okay, which is typical. Let's just use a simple number like 5%. So 5% on $1 million, a lot of money, 50 grand, and let's assume half of it goes to the buyer's agent. But the buyer themselves pay nothing. They don't pay a penny. And let's face it, buyer's agents, they do a lot of work. Seller's agents do work. I'm not saying they don't. They do a lot of work. But reality is there's always this argument over how much is this worth. Like, what is this effort that goes into selling this house worth? Is it worth $50,000 on $1 million house? Okay, I don't know that answer. But the reality is it exists now. And it's being litigated in court because the concept is the buyer, who in theory paid nothing, because I believe litigation focuses on a buyer. The buyer who paid nothing is saying, wait a second, it artificially increases the price of the house because the sellers and all sellers across Canada understand they're paying. Everybody who sells a house in Canada understands they're paying a commission to a realtor. Could be large, could be small. And the buyer's agent, the buyer knows his agent's getting a commission, at least I hope like hell they do, their agent's getting a commission. The amount of the commission is kind of unknown, but they know that they're getting work. Like the agent's showing them listings, driving around, talking about the value of the listings, talking about what they should be doing, preparing offers. Sometimes the offer goes through, sometimes it doesn't. But they are, in many cases, holding the hand of the house buyer and spending a lot of time and energy and effort with them, okay? And somebody else is paying, but is the somebody else who's paying the seller actually having to build it into their price? So that was the basis of the U.S. lawsuit, and the boards lost. The boards lost on this basis. They said you are suppressing the fact that this is happening, and the reason the boards lost is that in the States they proved that realtors, if there was a sale by owner, if there was a sale with virtually no commission, or a sale involved where there was highly reduced commission, that they just were somehow not informing the buyer about that, the potential buyer about it. and that they basically refused to work on it unless they knew they were getting a commission. So this was the argument in the states, and they won. They won, and this is the argument here, that the class action lawsuit that's moving forward against all these real estate boards says, we believe that you are suppressing extremely low commission scenarios to your clients and your buyer clients, and they're not seeing it, and that's unfair. Okay? That's unfair. Now, is it unfair? Honestly, I don't know if it's unfair. I actually don't know if it's unfair. Like, I'm not a lawyer. It's a question. Like, I know realtors. I know realtors do a lot of work. I know realtors on both sides of the transaction do a lot of work. I know a lot of realtors who work hard. I've seen it. I've observed it in my life. Okay. And a lot of realtors sometimes work hard for no pay, zero. Buyer's agent can rep a buyer for months and months, show them lots and lots of houses. And then they said, nah, I'm not going to do anything. I got to wait for another year. All that work, all that driving, all that talking, all that carry on, wasted, zero, no compensation. Well, okay. And yeah, but they knew that. They knew that could happen. Sure. But what I'm suggesting is that I'm not the authority on whether it's what it's worth to do this job. I'm just not. I'm not sure it should be 5%, 2%, 1%, flat fee. I don't know. Okay. And there are different arrangements in different jurisdictions in Canada by law. Okay. But all that being said, it's being litigated now. I don't know how you feel about it. I don't know how the viewers feel about it, but it's being litigated now in Canada. They won in the States. The class action, $1.8 billion is being appealed, but they won. They won because they said that you're suppressing the low commission scenarios. And I don't even know that answer, but I think we're going to find out. It may take a while, but we're going to find out.